Hello everyone and good morning Professor. Today we are going to present our analysis of Gordie Howe International Bridge Project. I'm Murti and my team members are Milon Ahmed, Mohammed Abdul Muneeb, Azhar, Girish Kumar Pela, Mohammed Omir Manzoor. In this presentation, our goal is to provide a detailed breakdown of this project, focusing on its key aspects of management, execution and impact. So let's begin with an overview. The Gordie Howe International Bridge is an international giant and socio-structural project that marries Windsor, Ontario, Canada and Detroit, Michigan, United States. Its primary goal is aimed at the stimulation of business and tourist traffic between the two states. The bridge is among the longest cable stayed bridges in North America, and it means a big investment in South and Side as an area of economic development. The project is carried out by the Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority. Its goal is to increase the effectiveness of cross-border operations. Moving further of project scope, it measures 2.5 kilometers in length and has Canadian and US ports of entry on the international frontier. The project also entails the development of an interchange with the I-75 highway in Michigan, 175 highway in Michigan. Furthermore, the bridge also includes the walking, cycling facilities reserved for the people, making it a multi-purpose bridge. Environmental tests were made to show how the project will improve the status of infrastructure and at the same time boost cross-border transportation and business. Fourth slide is about project initiation and planning. Originally constructed as a public-private partnership or P3 model project, the Gordie Howe Bridge project featured a clear project charter. This charter defined the objectives, project boundaries, and interested parties from the project initiation phase. In sub-segments, Canadian and other US rules and regulation on the environmental impact of a venture were followed since feasibility tests and environmental scans were done exhaustively. A good corporate governance structure was put into place, and the Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority was formed. It was important for stakeholders to be on the same page during the phase of process. Now, moving further, my other member of the team going to discuss.
Hello, Professor. My name is Milon Ahmed. I'm gonna present slide 5, project execution, and there is a clear indication that the execution requires the Asian and TICO staff through the CFLC constructor, ERAP and American constructor. There was meticulous adherence to the time schedule and AD timeless modern construction technologies were applied in the process to enhance efficiency and apply sustainable method in construction. These risks are kept under check and new issues that arise are addressed by the preparation of appropriate mitigation measure. Scaffolder were engaged, meaning that every person was updated all time, thus reducing environmental degradation at the same time. Project slide 6. Project monitoring and controlling. Monitoring and controlling were very critical because they ensure that the project was on the right track, maintaining a strong focus on comparing the actual performance against the baseline plan already in process was the identification and control of risks. This focus was on quality control and assessment was done on critical stage in the construction. Expense control was also crucial to prevent an excess of budget, and the reporting made them open to WDBA and other interested parties. If the goal was staying off course, the necessary tweaks were made to bring it back on track. Slide 7, key project components. When it comes to the construction of the Gordie, Howe Bridge. The following part is extensive. The built bridge has 6 lanes with an overall length of about 1.2 miles. Its main cables span measure 0-53 miles, making it the longest in North America. This station ranks as a U.S. port of entry and spans a ground area of about 68 hectares and involves the inspection of commercial and passenger vehicles. In Michigan's new road bridges include 4 new road bridges, while pedestrian bridges include 5 new pedestrian bridges and traffic intersection widened to accommodate the increased traffic. Considerably improved interconnectivity result from the rearrangement of the improved 1.75 interchange specifically for the purpose of improving trade. Uh, this next slide is a key stockholder. Significant stakeholders were involved in this project. However, they were critical. The principal responsible for the sponsorship of this project was Windsor's Detroit Bridge Authority, while the Canadian and the American federal government offer the role of a regulator. Windsor and Detroit local governments were also interested stockholders since it affected the people in the 2 cities. Constructor and operator all partners were involved in construction, suppliers were involved in both construction and operation, and local community. Independents were involved, however, communities were consulted to avoid affecting them greatly. The environmental groups ensured that the significations of the framework complied with the stipulated legal regulation for sustainability.
Hi, this is Azhar. I'm going to talk about the last 4 slides we have pending. Let's talk about project cost management. The project was estimated to cost around 4.4 billion Canadian dollars at the start. This was a big expenditure on both parts. Actual expenses were carefully monitored and controlled to prevent costs from exceeding the budgeted amounts, provided contingency and provided for to cover other incidental expenses. The Canadian officials made sure the project finances were also controlled by the Windsor Detroit Bridge Authority and government auditors. Much of the cost for this project were divided between Canada and United States as cost-sharing arrangements, while further conventional cost-benefit analysis was conducted concurrently with the evaluation of cost-sharing arrangements to improve the life cycle. Let's move on to the next slide. Resources. There were many resources used in this project. There was significant labor input from both Canada and United States, but specialized engineers and project management managers manned the project. The construction was done using modern techniques and materials for construction. Engineering and construction equipment were employed. Funds were raised with the help of public and private sectors, and tracking tools were technologies. This also included sourcing and purchasing from local businesses and suppliers, which benefited both local economy and needs of the project. Let's talk about the next slide, which is project success assessment. According to project management success factors, the Gordie Howe International Bridge project will be evaluated in the terms of the project scope, time, and cost. Major milestones were accomplished, and its stakeholders seem to have been satisfied up to current point. Most of the radical risk of conceptions were identified and controlled efficiently. Subsequently, the bridge is expected to have long-term positive impact by improving the reach and efficiency of transport across the border. Nevertheless, further evaluations will be necessary to define the broader consequences, primarily the economic changes that the authors assume based on the presented data. In conclusion, in summary, the Gordie Howe International Bridge project stands as a landmark achievement in modern infrastructure and international collaboration. It exemplifies how strategic planning, robust stakeholder engagement, and innovative engineering can coverage to deliver a transformative public asset. From its inception as a public-private partnership to its meticulous execution and monitoring, the project has demonstrated a commitment to excellence in project management principle balancing scope, schedule and budget while navigating complex regulatory environments across two nations. Beyond its physical structure, the bridge symbolizes a deeper connection between Canada and United States. It's not merely a conduit for vehicles and pedestrians, it is a catalyst for economic growth, regional development, and cultural exchange. The inclusion of pedestrian and cycling pathways reflects a forward-thinking approach to accessibility and sustainability, while the integration with major transport arteries like I-75 enhances logistical efficiencies and trade competitiveness. The project's success is also rooted in its inclusive approach to stakeholder engagement by involving local communities, environmental groups, and multiple levels of government. The Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority ensured that the bridge would serve not only national interests but also local needs and environmental standards. This collaborative model sets an precedent for future cross-border infrastructure initiatives.
So in the end, I'll talk about how the project's cost management strategies and shared funding responsibilities underscore the importance of transparency and fiscal discipline in large-scale developments. The use of advanced construction technologies and local sourcing further amplified its economic ripple effects, supporting jobs and business on both sides of the border. Looking ahead, the Gordie Howe International Bridge is poised to deliver enduring benefits. It will streamline border operations, reduce congestion, and foster increased tourism and trade. Its long term impact will be measured not just in traffic volumes or custom efficiency, but in the prosperity it brings to the supporting regions and strengthened ties it fosters between two neighboring nations. Ultimately, this bridge is more than steel and concrete. It is a testament to what can be achieved when vision, cooperation, and resilience come together. As we open the floor to questions, we invite to explore the many dimensions of this remarkable project and reflect on its significance for future infrastructure endeavors. Next slide is about references. How Project Management Institute, Winster Detroit Bridge Authority, Management Institute, International Project Management Association 2019. We also welcome the questions from you guys. If you have any questions and review and feedback regarding this presentation, we always welcome. Thank you so much.